Namaste, blessings and greetings. It is Sacred Sagittarius, Angels Answers All. Thank you for joining me as we now tap into the energies for your weekend general reading. I always hit a chime or a bell to cleanse the space. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the all notifications. So hopefully with the YouTube algorithm, you will receive notification every time I upload, which is weekly, monthly, and during our birthday season, I upload daily. Blessings, blessings, and blessings. Cards have been blessed and prayed for. This is a general love reading. I can't state enough that with general love readings, they are general. These readings on the channel are general, so they may or may not pertain to you. Take what you can from it, and what isn't for you might be for someone else. If you want something, if you're going through something in your love life, maybe you need a personal reading, find someone that you can get a personal reading for, as my personal readings are closed right now throughout this year, either until I get 3,000 subscribers or I become back being monetized, then I'll bring it back. Otherwise, I only do personal readings for past people that I've done so in the past that are in good standing with me. Okay? Okay. What are the messages for Sagittarius as it pertains to love? What are the messages as it pertains to love? Following this reading will be your mid-month update readings to close out the January energy. We're going to be doing the X Factor as well as the separation. Those of you in separation. That'll be the updates to close out the mid-month January energies as far as love. Autumn. For some of you, you won't see a change in your situation until autumn, but just like an autumn leaf that falls gradually and it stays on a tree until, it's time to fall, so can be your relationships and the energy in your love life. You could be in the autumn phase of your relationship where things are kind of sizzling down, right? It's not that fiery, hot, passionate season necessarily. So you could be in the autumn phase of your relationship or your love life energy. That is followed by starting fresh, a new chapter, clean slate, starting over. So if the leaves are falling in your relationship, or like I said, you're kind of like in this phase where it's kind of sizzling out, the energy isn't there anymore, the communication is gone, you're ghosting each other, you've outgrown each other, no matter what the reason may be, it just feels in the air like this relationship is kind of riding off to the sunset. It's kind of ran its course. And that would make sense because there's something new coming in. Or, don't get me wrong, it can also be the same relationship with the same person, but you took a break. You were separated or you took time apart, and now you're coming back together, but as a new chapter, a new couple, thinking new ways and starting out fresh. So that's also the possibility as well. Followed by commitment. Wow. Well, don't you love it when you go through your autumn, when things are kind of dying down or things seem like, we're not going anywhere, and then all of a sudden you come back together or something new comes into your life and that person wants to make a commitment, that person wants to be your forever person, that person puts a ring on it, or at least you're talking about permanent commitments. So it can all start just as uneasy as a autumn leaf falling down. You think it's leaving the tree and the tree's going to be hurt by it. And of course the tree's going to miss its beautiful green leaves, but the tree also knows that those leaves have to fall, so that when spring comes, the new ceilings and everything, new brighter leaves each season comes. And so is our love life sometimes. I mean, when you really want to think of it, right? Our love life is like a season. There's those seasons where we're all smiles and giggly and love is all in the air. And then there's those seasons when there's nothing going on. And maybe there doesn't need to be anything going on because we're not with the person, or another relationship had to end so another one could begin. Or we just need to be by ourselves. So think of it like that in your relationships and in your life when it comes to love. Think of the 4 seasons. Kind of put that analogy to the cycle of your relationships. We also get spoiled, taken care of, comfortable. For those of you who are single, or even those of you who are in relationships, don't forget to spoil yourself. Don't forget to take time for you. Not only should you be spoiled, but you should spoil yourself as well. Have those spa dates, have those times with your friends and family, do the things that you still love to do. A lot of relationships don't work out because we become so consumed on making the other person happy, we forget about making ourselves happy. With the card Unrequited Love, some of you might be going through your autumn because you were in a relationship, or you sense now that the spark isn't there anymore. Like I said, it can come and go. The energy's not the same. And once you feel love has left the room, or the interest in the relationship is gone, and you're just having general conversation, what is there left to hold on to? So this could be a reminder to many of you that if you're in that type of situation where you're giving love and you're trying to make it work, but your person isn't, then maybe you need to start fresh with someone who's willing to make a commitment, who's willing to love you in the same time and space and with the same intensity that you love them. Someone's not listening. Is it you? Is it your partner? Are you talking to them? You're trying to talk to them about what's going on in the relationship, your needs not being met, bills not being paid, you're not exchanging energy or sex or anything, and they've got their headphones on, or even if they don't have their headphones on, their ears are just closed off. It's going in through one ear and out the other. Or you feel like you're with someone or dating someone that they truly don't retain what you say to them. It's like, you know, they hear you, but are they truly listening? Because their actions don't connect to what it is that you're telling them. If people don't act out, or if your partner doesn't react to the things that you say, if they don't make improvements, if they don't sit down and communicate and express their feelings, if they shun you or walk away when you start to want to have a one-on-one with them and blatantly show you that they're not listening, then truly that's a strong sign that you're not on the same playing field when it comes to love. So anytime your partner or you, because it could be vice versa, the roles, are not taking the time to listen, even if you might not agree with each other, you still be respectful and listen to each other. Once that's not being done, really, where are you in this relationship and the commitment? For some of you, this is a person that you've already given a second chance to, or you might be considering this weekend giving someone a second chance. Or you might feel like, you know, our love connection, our story is like a movie. I feel like there's cuts and takes and breaks, and you want to be the star one minute and I want to be the star, and we're not coming together. We're playing different roles, or we're playing a role. We're not being our true selves in this relationship. So there could be a lot of that energy going around this weekend. The bottom of the deck, Cloud 9. You get moments of happiness where it seems like a dream, or maybe this was the way how you were in the beginning, but right now they're not giving you that energy. You could be getting that energy from someone else. Middle of the deck, someone is definitely thinking of you, can't get you out of their head. Could be the person that might want to come back, the person that you might be entertaining. Well, if this one's not giving me what I need, if this one's not even listening to me and talking to me, and not feeling the connection that we used to feel with each other, if that's all lost, why not give this one a second chance, or at least see if this one has changed, or whatever was broken in our past, is it fixed now? They're thinking of me, they're staying in touch, they're reaching out, they're kind of doing all the things that I need my current person to do. But don't let that fool you, Sagittarius. Because no one knows you better than an ex, right? They know your soft points. And don't discuss with your ex what is going on in your current situation, because if they are thinking of you, which they most likely are, they will use that as part of their tools to try to intervene and to get you back. It's okay if you want to get back to them or be with them again or try to see if something can come out of a second go at it, but make sure it's on your terms and make sure that they're being honest and sincere. So don't give them the whole sob story of what's going on in your current relationship. One more card, love offer, new door to romance. Yeah. So while your current person or the person that you were speaking to in the past has dropped or will be falling off because they're not listening, they're not giving you the same love that you're giving them, you will have offers. Some of them from past lovers, some of them from new love interest. We also get the message of forgive. So, like I said, it could be a time where you need to forgive someone for your past or someone from your past that you were connected to romantically. Maybe the forgiveness is needed and you can resume where you were or start fresh. You get the angel number of 33. This is a sign of high vibration in your life and transformation. You have the courage to work out whatever it is that you're going through without any doubts. So if 33 is a number to you, if it means anything between you and your person, that's a strong sign that there is big change coming. Trust your gut, Sagittarius. The angels say, trust your intuition. Go with your gut feeling. You know what happens when you don't go with your gut feeling. So if your gut feeling tells you a relationship is over, this person is cheating on you, or even like I said, they just don't want to be with you anymore, don't stay in relationships that you're hurt or no love is being given to you. Because look what's the next card. Get inspired. You want people that love you and inspire you, and you want to be inspired. And if your inspiration isn't supported or isn't being given to you by your partner, then you give it to yourself and you align yourself with partners that will contribute to your inspiration. We also get the card a sneaky link, a hidden lover. So there could be some cheating. This is why your person, I mean, it's not all the time, but yeah, sometimes they're being sneaky. Sometimes they have a side piece going on. Once you see this change in their behavior, the disconnect, the ghosting, doesn't always mean it. But if your gut feeling tells you that, or if you've seen or heard things, it's a strong possibility. Also, this person could have been an imposter from the beginning. They never were who they said they were. All the things that they said they had, all the dreams and desires that they kind of sold you in the beginning of the relationship, they really had no true intention of carrying them out. Or they could be just taking time to work on themselves. They're trying to get their life in order to be a better person for you, and that's fine, but they need to still be active in the relationship and talk to you and let you know that. So they could be going through something where they don't want to burden you with it and they're just trying to fix it on their own. And then we get high vibing, good vibes, living life to the fullest. No matter what you're going through in your love life or love situation, the universe wants you to remain you, loving you, being you, Sagittarius. I regret my behavior. Someone has done or said something to you over the course of this weekend or recently, and they're having second thoughts about that. That could be a reason too why someone is thinking of you. It is not easy to be around you. Some people seem to think sometimes that Sagittarius is a perfectionist. They might feel that it's not easy to be around you because your standards are so high and they can't live up to them, or that they're constantly disappointing you. I didn't expect this to happen. You know, when people meet Sagittarius, they know we're fun. Well, I so apologize. She's just, I don't know why she wants to sit underneath me when I'm recording. I didn't expect this to happen. Some of them didn't expect to fall as in deep in love with you as they did because they're so used to being in and out of relationships, no commitments, being paired up with partners that really don't love conditionally. And then they come around as Sag, which really is a whole different dynamic. And for some of them, when they know they truly don't deserve it, or they know they truly can't love us on that type of level, they ghost us. They leave us. They don't explain why, but they know. They didn't expect this to happen. They didn't expect to find the beauty and security and love and the passion that we give. When people are not used to being loved authentically the way how a Saggy loves, you would think, right? You get this beautiful guy or gal that's a Sag, and they're everything you would want your partner to be. Why do they sabotage it, right? Again, that's when you're dealing with people who are hurt. So all they know how to do is to hurt. They've never known what it is to love. They don't believe that this type of love exists. They think we're putting on a show. But they don't know, no, this is honest. This is true. This is what love looks and feels like. But they didn't expect this to happen. And because they're not used to it, they automatically ruin it. They automatically do the opposite to what you think they would do. I can't help but feel drawn to you. It doesn't make sense. But as strong as they try to fight it, even if they ghost you and you go your separate ways, they will always have you on the back of their mind. They will think of the relationship. They will think of the good times. They will think of you as a person, on just how genuine and good you were. And how screwed up they are in their head. They'll recognize that, but they'll definitely be thinking of you. I am distracting myself. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. Yes. Sagittarius, you know, I don't got to tell you. I'm a Sag and I know. We leave a strong footprint, a strong spiritual, romantic impact on people's soul. That even when they are trying to put us out of their head, they leave us. They think physically leaving us is gonna, nah, buddy, that's not doing nothing. When we love deeply, and you're gonna feel that love even when we're not together. You're gonna think about that love. So they're so trying to distract themselves with these other females, these other males, the smoking, the drinking, the partying, everything that they can do, the number of hours at work, just to avoid thinking of you. But sorry, once you've been with a Sag, that's not something that's going to be easily done, no matter how you try. And the further you are from us, as far as like lost contact and physically not being around us, the more you're going to think of us, the more we're going to drive you crazy. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. They might feel that you had so many options. Why did you pick them? They weren't the best in the barrel, right? They weren't the pick of the litter. But you, Sagittarius, you chose them. And again, this goes back to their own self-denial, their own self-healing, their own self-worth and esteem that they need to work on. My mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. They were wearing a mask in relationship to protect themselves because they know they're not authentic. They know they're still struggling with a lot of hurt and pain. They know how toxic they can be. And deep down underneath that mask, they probably did have commitment to you. They really wanted to be with you. They just didn't know how. So there's a lot going on when it comes to them romantically and you, for those of you that are apart. So don't beat yourself up and don't get all melancholy and sad, you know, when you're separated from someone. Don't wonder if they're thinking about you. Trust me, they're thinking about you. Anyone that's dated a Sag, I don't care if even if it's been for 48 hours, you will never forget them. Good, bad, or indifferent, we kind of leave that impact on you. And if you agree with me, put a heart emoji in the comments. We do that to them. Yes, we do. Let's go to the tarot. Overall energy, Nine of Pentacles. Many of you are working really hard at your relationships. You're working at how you look at love, how you approach love. Or you could also be looking at the work that you've put into a relationship and the returns that you've gotten or not gotten from it. Others of you might be putting your physical work, meaning your work itself, your career, ahead of your relationship. Some of you might have been dealing or might have had something happen or occur where you suspect someone that you were talking to took something from you, whether they took something physically from your home, your car, or from you. They got hold of your bank card, they put a charge in your account, and you're really upset because you work so hard for everything and you're so loving and kind. Why would someone feel the need to have to sneak and take from you? But overall, things are very bright and calm in your love life, or in you're building partnerships, either with existing partners or new ones. Some of you might be talking to more than one person, or you're balancing between two people, or you're balancing between your career and your love life. Taking the time for yourself, which is good, going in hermit mode. And there's still more opportunities coming forth for you. So those of you in relationships, don't think that that relationship necessarily might be the only relationship for you. There could be other suitors coming, or there's someone else that is piquing your interest, and you're kind of deciding whether you want to stay with the person that you're with, or you feel a more stronger attraction or connection to this new person. Here again, another offer. So there's going to be a lot of offers coming towards you. This is also the feeling I feel too, like an ex or someone that maybe you didn't date that wanted to date you, and they're trying to come to you and saying like, listen, I'm really serious now, I really want to date you, I'm willing to do the work here, I'm offering you, this is a sign of my commitment and my real sincere want to be with you. Especially if this person was a player, or they have like a bad reputation when it comes to dating. Many of you could be putting a relationship to the end. The relationship could be coming to the end because you were waiting on a particular offer, or you've been kind of making a decision to leave one relationship and go into another, because of the lack of commitment, the lack of love. Some of you are still holding on. You're holding on until you decide to make a move. But something's going to happen. You know, sometimes we stay in relationships even though we know we shouldn't. Time, grace, space, and life itself will shake up the situation, will bring to light that this relationship is no longer for us, that this person is not our person. And sometimes we leave, or we finally wake up from a situation with a partner because someone new gives us an offer. Drastic changes are brought forth to shake the foundation, or have shaken the foundation of the stability of the relationship, to show the reality of how weak and how fragile. There was no foundation. This love or this relationship wasn't built on anything. It was so easy to crumble. Physical death can cause the end of a relationship, or death can come to the relationship, bringing it to an end. Both physical death, a spiritual death, or just the emotional death of the relationship coming to a close. Let's go to this deck. What is the overall energy we should focus on for Sagittarius using the major arcana when it comes to love this weekend? The Tower. So focus on the foundation of your relationships this weekend as you go in hermit mode, or you go through the situations you're going through. You have new offers. You're thinking about reconnecting with people of the past. Some of you staying in relationships waiting for something to happen. Maybe it's a sign that thing has happened or will happen. And when it does, it's going to cause chaos. and that it's unavoidable. So even if you're staying in that relationship because you really love this person, once this Tower moment comes, there's nothing that you can do to save it. It's unavoidable. But this modification, this change, this shift is drastically needed. So prepare for those of you, or this is just a confirmation of what you're going through. The Tower moment is to test the foundation of your relationship. It's to prove what your relationship was built or not built on. And it's the time for change. It's the time maybe to go with these new offers or these new commitments, or to make recommitments with past lovers who are now changed or are willing to commit where in the past they haven't. If this reading has been a blessing to you, or if it resonates with you, I'd love to hear it in the comments. May you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and namaste.